First year as a father, I know exactly how it feels. My first year was in 2020, then again in 2022, and once more in 2025. Becoming a father happens in a moment, but becoming a dad takes time, with lots of questions along the way. Questions we, as dads, keep to ourselves. Until now. So you're nearing the end of your second week of being a dad, and you're wondering to yourself, what happened to the excitement I felt last week? Week one was full of, excitement, and it's your first child, and everyone's excited for you, your parents, maybe your siblings, your family, friends. Like, it's just euphoric, right? It doesn't even seem real. It's just, you're tired, but the excitement of that new child just gets you through it, right? But now it's the second week, and it's the end of the second week, and you're probably dealing with a lack of sleep, and the mundane takes over. Those highs are gone. You're in a routine now where it might seem pretty standard. You have your diaper changes, you have your nap times, you have your bedtime routine, you have laundry and dishwashing sprinkled in there. It seems pretty boring, right? Like, where was that excitement from the first week? And I know for me personally, the excitement was always there. I think I just needed to redefine what excitement was or is as a dad now. Because when you're a dad, excitement, it's no longer those, fancy dinners or nights out with the friends and, drinking till 2 a.m. It's no longer wandering from bar to bar and forgetting what you did last night and, maybe puking in the toilet. Although all those experiences had their time and their moment and their place in your life, right? But excitement is just different now. It's excitement in the mundane. Or mundane, sorry. And personally, when I went through my second week the first time with my son, I felt the mundane as well. I felt like this is just so predictable, right? It's so boring. The baby's sleeping most of the day. I can't escape the house, and is this what father is going to be like? Just routine after routine and schedule after schedule. And then something happened to me. I was doing one of my, routine diaper changes, and as a new dad, I made the mistake of not placing a diaper underneath the diaper I was changing. And, yeah, my son peed on me. He sprayed on me. And it was at that moment that it instead of being angry and pissed off, I laughed. Because it was the first sign of excitement all week. It kind of woke me up. I should have had the clean diaper underneath the dirty diaper, and what you're supposed to do is just use it as a shield as you swap diapers. But I didn't do that. It was my first time, first time with my son, and I didn't know all the tips and tricks yet, right? And I just laughed, right? It was just something different in the week that I wasn't expecting. And it was at that moment that I thought to myself, this is what I'm searching for. This is the This is what excitement looks like now as a dad. It's the unpredictable, right? Because although the routine is the same, and although certain aspects of your child's life maybe seem repetitive, they're changing every day, and every day there's something new that pops up that makes it exciting. It's new, right? I really changed my perspective in terms of, prior to fatherhood, I would have a pretty predictable routine. Go to work, hang out on Fridays and Saturdays with my friends, have a good time. But I didn't ever remember anything significant from the year. I thought I was having excitement. I thought going out was exciting, but all the weeks sort of just blended in with one another, to be honest. And I couldn't, I can pinpoint going out, but I couldn't pinpoint any special moments. I mean, here and there were some special moments, milestones, promotions, but with a child, you get that repetitiveness in terms of routine, but you also get these exciting moments, like getting peed on, right? And then the next week it could be that smile, and the third week or fourth week it's that blowout diaper, right? And that's the excitement, right? It's the constant change, constant growth of seeing someone you brought into this world grow. And yeah, and a spoiler alert, I'm 5 years into my fatherhood journey, and looking back, week 2 was only the start, right? It only gets better from there. It's just we have to, you have to reframe what excitement looks like for you, and it's exciting. It's just you might not see it yet, but if you hang in there long enough, you'll you might have your moment in week 2 where you get peed on as well, right? And that's a unique experience, I'll tell you that, right? And then so forth. But I think if you're asking that question, where did the excitement go from last week? You're settling into week 2 now, and you're settling into fatherhood, and it's a different type of excitement. And you don't have to look for it. It'll come to you. You just have to be patient. And it might come as a surprise. Just like it came as a surprise to me. Fatherhood, it reframes what excitement looks like. And for me, it was getting peed on and finally waking me up to this new reality of what fun looks like in my life. And it's a fun life. I can guarantee you that. So hang in there. It's the end of week 2 now, and yeah, we're on to week 3, which is next week's batch of episodes. And if you're a new dad out there going through the early stages of fatherhood, as a father of 3, I really hope these videos can help you out on your journey. And I'll see you again next time.